As the entire world can agree on, rounded TIKTAK is quick and to the point. Don't at me. In actuality, it's quite the opposite. I always try to look at a weapon or whatever I'm reviewing from multiple perspectives, whether you're a brand new player, an OG, you've had the game for 2 years, you've had the game for 1 month, and what characters are available to get your best bang for the buck about whatever weapon or hero, whatever we're doing to make it work. Try to give you some perspective on something that maybe you or your friends or whomever didn't really think about. And that just comes with a lot of time in on this game, and being able to have everything. Maybe, you know, you can shoot for something else. But today we're going to do a down and dirty review of the Dirge Song, the new pistol from the black metal set. Newer pistol. There's just so much stuff to cover. So what is a Dirge? Let's look it up real quick. Let's see what we got here. Dirge. Dirge, a lament for the dead, especially one forming part of a funeral rite. A lament is a song, a mournful song. So the goddamn gun is called the Song. Guys, this is a review of the Song. Let's get into it. So out of the black metal set ranged weapons, they're all pretty There's nothing I'm blown away by. Like when you have things like the Pulsar 9000, that is still probably the best gun in the game or damn close to it. Then you have stuff like this. But I'm going to take this video and just change the perspective if I was a new player. If I was a new player, I would appreciate a lot of these guns. But let's take a look at the 6th perk. Reloading reduces your current health by 12.5% on the next enemy hit, deals 29 to 132 base damage based on percentage of your missing health in a 0.75 tile radius. Now, I'm not the first one to cover this review, and if you have to cover this weapon, if you happen to watch other people's reviews, I'm sure the words "the BundleBuss of pistols" has come up. And even though it's kinda true, the weapon has a few drawbacks that make it not as such. This is one that does make it similar to the BundleBuss. As you guys know, the BundleBuss, I think, shoots like 7, 8, maybe even 9 bullets. And on the 5th bullet, an explosion happens. That explosion is energy, and it deals damage in a 0.5 tile radius, I want to say. This one kills you. You know, it takes 12% of your health, but it does do an explosion damage. Funny things about this gun, there's 2. Number 1, out of all the black metal sets, I don't see this perk proc. I don't like the reload perk. The reason I don't like it is number 2. The fact that you only have 4 shots in this entire magazine means this perk is going to kill you a lot faster because you're constantly going to be reloading. The fire rate is 11 and it shoots 9 bullets for every button press. It's kind of ridiculous how fast this weapon can chop down your health. Out of the black metal weapon set, I found that I was constantly at low health while using this and testing it, but what I was receiving, this perk, wasn't proccing enough, or when I needed it to really like notice it. And that's definitely a downside of this weapon. I rolled it as such, and I'm pretty sure you know why, is crit rating, crit damage, and fire. The entire black metal set, unless I'm using it specifically for the Storm King, because the black metal weapons are actually pretty good for the Storm King, I have made fire. They are now officially my fire set of weapons, and anytime I need one, I will use one. The damage that they provide with this bonus 80% damage is pretty good, especially with something like Unearthly Treat thrown into the build as well, or Merman, if depending on which it is. Here, this perk, you're constantly going to be at this because you can only shoot 5 bullets. So every, I don't know, you'll be at half health within 15 seconds of shooting, maybe 10 seconds of shooting, because the reload is super short and you only have 4 button presses, clicks, in the magazine. If you don't want this, you could do damage to miss monsters and bosses, because that is where this weapon shines, but I really want to put reload speed on it, as 1.8 really isn't that high to begin with. This perk is quite interesting, and although I really like the idea and concept of it for the entire Halloween thing, it just wasn't implemented too well. The issue with this weapon lies in one thing, in my opinion. The damage on it is actually pretty good. For a single target damage gun, if I was brand new to the game, I would be quite happy with this pistol. I would probably roll it physical in that case if I was using it as a single target damage weapon, because the damage is actually there. There's an argument for pretty high DPS numbers. With a proper build, there's 9 bullets to every button press, and each one of those can hit for like 117,000 all the way up to like 220, and at 9 bullets, you're looking anywhere from 1 to 1.5 million damage. So the damage, like I said, on a full build is there, and that just scales down to a lower thing. The issue with the weapon, and why it definitely falls off, is the range. The range is what kills this weapon. For a weapon like this that is accurate yet at the same time very inaccurate, your 9 bullets will hit your target, but I would suggest aiming at the waist, and the last few ones will hit the top, because the kickback on the gun drops it, makes it fly up to the top, to where if you aim at the head, the first couple of bullets will hit, but the last will miss unless you counteract that with your aiming. But the range is the real killer here. 2,500 range for a weapon like this is too low in my opinion. It should have been around 5,000, 4,000 or so. You're trying to be accurate and kill things from afar like a BundleBuss would, or a mist monster weapon would be, but you're stuck not being able to do so because the damage drop off is so violent that you will not kill anything until it's right in your face. However, within that range, that 2,500 range, your damage is quite good. Let's take a look at some of the builds that I ran that you guys are seeing now, just so you have some idea of what I went with. Non-pistol build, and honestly, I wouldn't run this. I wouldn't use this pistol personally, me, because I have better guns. I wouldn't use this pistol ever on a non-pistol loadout. There are just better guns. The impact's not there, the accuracy is kind of there, and the damage drops off way too fast to be using this on any other character except a BundleBuss or something along those lines. It's not terrible if you're new, especially for a mist monster killer, but again, me, I wouldn't do it. There's just better guns, especially when you have something like the mythic pistol, which just puts this thing to shame. Then the other build that we used was a BundleBuss build, and this is where I didn't mind the weapon at all. Level 132 smashers without looking at the footage, I think, is what we were fighting. Make it count, totally rocking out. Subwafers Blaze of Glory start up because it has 36 shots, so you get a pretty decent benefit out of this pretty quickly. Hip shot and battle beat. This build was actually quite good. I didn't hate it. The damage was absolutely there. 100% good damage on this weapon. The range, the funky accuracy, and the fact that you end up killing yourself faster than, in my opinion, any other black metal weapon is the main issue with this gun. But there you go, guys. The down and dirty review of the Dirge Song gun. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. I make videos like this, trap tunnel guides, and a bunch of other stuff that you guys can click through. And if you're new, it will really help you out. I got the other tier list videos in the works. They'll be here soon. If you guys need help with the Mythic Storm King, I stream 6 days a week over on twitch.tv/roundandtiktak. Hopefully we see you there. That's twitch.tv/roundandtiktak. And lastly, if you want to support the channel anyway, you can always think about subscribing and possibly use code OOTikTak00 if you happen to be buying any V-Bucks. The 1,000 V-Buck giveaway from the other tier list will be announced Saturday, so be there or be square. I will see you guys on the next one. TikTak out.